Here's the website. Click it. And then when they go there, we do a screen capture. We record their conversation. We get them to talk to the screen and say, oh, okay, well the navigation's kind of hard to find, or I'm not sure what this means, or,
yeah,
in the first 3 seconds, they should have a clear understanding. Is this the website that I need to be at for the reason I came here?
Good. Excellent. What's another?
So that's a good one. Once you get to the website again, is there a clear and definitive call to action?
Mm-hmm.
What does the website owner want me to do when I land on the website? That's got to be very clear.
Yeah.
Is it go to your Facebook page and like it? Is it call you? If I call you, why am I calling you? Mm-hmm. Am I getting a free estimate? Is it for a paid consultation? Why? Mm-hmm. You have to make that clear. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's not calling you. Maybe it's emailing you. Maybe fill in this form and contact us. But it's just framing that context of, well, what do you want the person to do?
Great. That's excellent. Yeah.
And that can be different for every page of your website. It doesn't have to be, but it can be.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 3.
That's 3 mistakes. Another mistake is, we kind of touched on this already, but is their website actually viewable and usable on a mobile device, whether that's a tablet or a smartphone?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people have great looking websites on a desktop or a laptop. When you try and pull up on your phone and you've got these scroll bars on your phone that you've got to swipe left and right and up and down, and it's just a mess.
Yeah, and it makes such a difference, because I know with my products, I get the stats on what's ordered mobile and what's ordered desktop, and they're 50-50. So that makes a big deal.
It does. It makes a huge deal.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'd say the final big mistake that people make with their business online is they don't make use of the authority that they've earned by showcasing it front and center. This could be testimonials and reviews from clients that they've already worked with. It could be awards they've received. It could be media exposure. Maybe they're an author. Do they have their book front and center?
Mm-hmm.
It's just, there's certain things that businesses do, and sometimes it's really hard for a business because they're so deep in their own forest, if you will. They can't see. All they can see is the tree bark. They cannot actually take a step back and see, oh, well, this is how someone visiting my website or my business online would look at it.
That is so true, Steve. It's just ridiculous. How we know our business so well, but then nobody else does.
No, exactly. We get that all the time with people, because they put on the homepage and they put all this information on the homepage, and it's like, that's great if they already knew you. Yeah. But this is someone who doesn't know you.
So you actually give that service where you're able to really give them feedback that they just can't see themselves, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So how do you find somebody like yourself? What are the 3 things we need to know?
Great question. If you're looking to hire someone to help you with the things that we're talking about, basically digital marketing and your online presence, you need to look for, what kind of experience do they have? How long have they been doing this? Mm-hmm. Are they just like brand new at a university, or were they working in retail last week and now they want to do this? It's that. What we find is, like, when someone's looking for someone to build them a website, well, you can find a coder a dime a dozen. You can find them anywhere. But don't expect to ask that coder a question about your business and have them give you an answer that you can rely on.
Or they might be in the Philippines, or they might be in India or Pakistan, right?
Yeah. So if you're the business expert, then you can hire a coder. If you're not a business expert about growing a business online and making it earn 6 or 7 figures, then you need someone who can guide you on that. So that's one of the things you need to look for. Someone's got experience. You've also, this is this is coming up more and more, but you need to find someone who has some accountability. And I say this because I've come across clients that I now have that have come to me who have been burned or ripped off from other people that are unscrupulous and just outright crooks that took their money and didn't provide anything and just left.
What? That happens? How did that happen?
Oh, it happens a lot, unfortunately. It's basically you need to look for somebody who is belonging to some kind of professional organization, professional body. I belong to webprofessionals.org. We have a code of ethics.
Right.
Anybody that works with me and hires me can report me back to them, and they can come down on me. I'm also a member of BNI, the Business Networking International Group. Same thing happens there. Even if you're not a BNI member and you work with me and I don't deliver on what I say I'm going to deliver for the price I quoted you, you can go to BNI and make a complaint against me.
Yeah.
And that's taken very seriously because I represent, my local chapter and they don't want that.
Mm-hmm.
So finding someone who, I guess the word is recourse. There's some recourse that they have some skin in the game, and they're not just going to take you money, take your money and run. The other thing I would say is if you're about to work with somebody and they want you to send them a bank transfer directly from your bank to their bank, and you don't know them and they don't have any professional associations, and you can't go and check on somebody else's website, you shouldn't be doing a bank-to-bank transfer.
I don't think that's a good idea at all. And
No.
Steve, I know that we're running kind of short on time, but I want you to talk about your new book that's coming out before we get completely out of time. So tell us a little bit.
Well, because I actually researched it because I saw your podcast and I was like, hey, he was holding out. You actually went through a really cool process to get there. So I'm excited to hear this.
Cool. Okay. Well, my upcoming book is called Click Fail. And it is kind of about what we've been talking about. It's about the things that you can do with your business in today's environment, especially digital culture. Things that you can do. And if you do the wrong things or you don't have something else in place first, we're calling that a click fail. And we have dozens of click fails detailed in this book about things you can do and why it's a click fail. You're paying someone for SEO services and you don't have your website performing at its best. That's a click fail. And there's just loads of those that we've come across from personal experience working with clients all over the place. And we're kind of gotten to the point where, people need a guidebook. People need something that they can read that, even if they're in a different country, doesn't matter. This book is geared for anybody who wants to have a online presence for their business.
Great.
Well, so this is huge, and I know there's always Fiverr out there where you can go ahead and get somebody and there's all these things you're saying that they could be that click fail if you're going in that direction. So how do people find you, or how do they find a digital marketer like you? What's the best way to go on this, Steve?
Find out who your friends and colleagues have used. Look for recommendations. You can do a Google search. And sometimes a Google search will give you somebody who's really good, and sometimes the Google search will give you somebody who is spending a lot of money on digital marketing because they don't have the referrals in place. They don't have word of mouth working for them. And from my mind, word of mouth is really strong.
So how do they find you?
Mine is all word of mouth and referrals.
And is there a website that you would recommend people go to?
Other than mine?
No.
No, you can say yours. That's what the opening is for you.
If you want to find out more about what my team and I do and offer and how we help people, absolutely, it's srqwebsitecentral.com. SRQ, if you're listening outside of Sarasota, is the airport code for Sarasota, which is why it's so odd. But yeah, SRQ websitecentral.com.
And we don't need to look for anybody else except for you, it sounds like, as far as I'm concerned.
He's growing. You're growing too. I heard that you were growing. You're growing your staff, which is exciting for us all here.
We are. Yes. It's definitely a process, but it's an exciting process. And the people that we've got on board to help us are actually quite talented already. So they're really helping.
We have several authors in our chamber, and I know you've worked with several authors, plus you have your own background in authoring books. In fact, you must have a little niche with some authors, because you've written 47 Mind Hacks for a Writer, which was #1 over 4 months on Amazon, right? And I think it was in the top 50 for over a year and a half. So do you have like a special niche with some different types of clients and things like that?
We do a lot of work with authors. We have another brand that we work with publishers as well. So we have relationship with publishers where we either help their authors or they actually white label our services to sell to their own authors.
I love that. I love that. That's a great sidebar here.
Yeah.
So happy to have you part of our Holistic Chamber of Commerce, Steve, and we look forward to our business building day. You're going to be one of our great speakers, so I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I'm excited too.
What are you talking about on the business building day, Steve? I won't be able to be there, so.
Okay, I'm talking more about the content that's coming in the new book on Click Fail, about these different relationships between things you need to do.
Okay. All right, great. So, well, everyone, thank you. We could go on with this because it's so important with computers, but thank you all. Thank you for joining us, Steve, and make sure to join in with us next time, everyone.